To talk more transfers, so we're going to talk Manchester United now. Mark, the latest on Jadon Sancho's future.
Yeah, just 1 year left on his Old Trafford deal. You get the feeling that he'll be departing Manchester United this summer. The latest team to show their interest, Juventus of Serie A. We know that Napoli have also been at the table and inquired as to his availability. They've now been joined by Juventus. We know that Borussia Dortmund have also made a couple of calls just to find out what the deal potentially could be. So, yeah, one to keep an eye on, Jadon Sancho, into his last year at Old Trafford. Only a matter of time now before he gets a new move.
OK, yeah, Michael, let's talk Andre Onana. Had a mixed time last season. Is he heading for the exit this summer, do you think?
Well, possibly. There's interest from Monaco. They're exploring potentially that deal. Look, there's been some high-profile errors. We know Ruben Amorim wants to change the squad pretty much completely. They don't have the Champions League football carrot of extra finances, but you'd imagine Manchester United might look to do that deal if the figures are right for them.
OK, yeah, Mark, let's talk Scotland, because the Scottish Premiership fixtures were announced today. You can check SKYSPORTS.com and the app for all of the details on the fixtures, but there's been some, as he arrived, obviously people were saying Brian Mbeumo potentially to come along with him, knows him very, very well, has thrived under him. Can you see it happening, Michael?
If I was predicting now, I could still probably see him going to Manchester United.
Oh, OK.
Because it seems like his heart was set on there, and then it's, oh, hang on, I've got an option here. I've got Thomas Frank still, who he admires, adores, and has done so well with him. London, Champions League football. But I still think he'll end up at Manchester United. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it now as of tonight. Spurs want attacking reinforcements in that area. There is interest in Antoine Semenyo of Bournemouth. They like the player. Not so sure if they potentially like the price that Bournemouth... if we talk about Bournemouth nearly the whole hour, they've received a lot of money for a lot of players. They don't want to be decimated, do they? So that's one to keep an eye on. They do like him, but we'll have to wait and see. There's Kudus from West Ham, they like as well. But yeah, it's a really... I mean, we say it all the time, I know we do, but it's a big summer because Spurs jug, like Europa League and Premier League, they put all the eggs in the Europa League basket last year, and Ange Postecoglou will say, well, I got it right, didn't I? You can't do that in the Premier League and Champions League next season, so they need a better squad. OK, we shall see. Right, plenty more to come. Back to the transfer show, and a reminder of the big breaking news. Florian Wirtz is now a Liverpool player. The deal includes a guaranteed £100 million and a further £16 million in add-ons. Should those add-ons be achieved, Wirtz's move to Anfield would become a British transfer record. Well, Wirtz, who is 22, has signed a long-term deal at Anfield, and we can hear from him now.
So, Florian, it's done. You're finally a Liverpool player. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel very happy and very proud. And yeah, finally it's done. And yeah, I was waiting for a long time, and yeah, finally it's done. And yeah, I'm really happy.
It's clear you had some options this summer, including the chance to stay at Leverkusen. So why Liverpool? Why are Liverpool the right choice?
I just thought that it was the right point in my career to make a next step. And of course, I wanted to get to a club who's like from the top 3 in the world. And in my opinion, Liverpool was one of them. And yeah, I just saw myself in the best hands in Liverpool. And yeah, I was really convinced by the people here, by the idea, and yeah, everything what the club offers me. Yeah, was really good, and in the end, also easy to decide for me to come to Liverpool.
The Liverpool fans are excited that you're joining the club. They've been waiting for us to announce this transfer. What would you say to the Liverpool fans?
What I would say? Don't know. I would say thank you for the support. Of course, I saw it also on Instagram or everywhere else that they are wanting me to come, and so I would say thank you for the support, and I'm really looking forward to play in front of them and achieve together big things. So yeah, I'm really happy to come, and sorry for the long wait.
And that's exactly what Liverpool fans want to hear as well.
Absolutely. So young as well. He's only going to get better, isn't he? And when I see those statistics, look at that data, Mark, what really strikes me is just how much you can imagine him in this Arne Slot side. So a really targeted transfer. And, I mean, it's common knowledge that players, you know, clubs will go for players that directly suit their style of play. But you can just see from some of those stats that he is really going to buy into the way that Arne Slot's trying to make this Liverpool side play, isn't he? And actually, he's probably going to take them to the next level somehow.
He's going to be a player that will have a huge impact at Anfield, and you already start to think about those relationships that are going to be so key. If he's playing as a 10 and he's got Mo Salah on the right-hand side, if he's got Cody Gakpo or Luis Diaz on the left-hand side, they have a striker through the middle, and you can start to formulate and see the patterns of play and the way they'll work together, and they'll complement each other as well. And that's a big thing, as I say, that Liverpool do. They'll want to have players that can fit into the system and work with each other. It's not about individuals, it's about a collective. It's about how can the team be stronger? How can we get the best out of Mo Salah by putting a player in there that's going to help him do that? And in turn, Mo Salah can work with Florian Wirtz. So you're going to have players there that are all on the same page. And this can be only described as a really exciting signing for Arne Slot, for Liverpool, and for what they're trying to do with this team at the moment. This is huge news, and I think it's the brilliant way to start the transfer window when you've got a club like Liverpool, the Premier League champions, that are not messing around. And I know there were so many Liverpool fans that were frustrated last summer that they didn't do much business. But boy, have they saved their pocket money, and are they spending it now in style. AFC Bournemouth for the right back, Max Aarons. The deal is a straight loan with no obligation or option to make that a permanent move. He is going to go north of the border for a season-long loan. He's still got 3 years left on his Bournemouth contract. 25 years old. It feels like we've been talking about him for years. But someone with a lot of experience, went to Valencia for the back end of last season, just the one La Liga start there. Didn't get a lot of game time. But no question, if Russell Martin can get the very best out of Max Aarons, he could be a real asset for them next season.
Absolutely. I mean, and just the feel of joining a club the size of Rangers as well would be great for Max Aarons. We saw Todd Cantwell, started well, didn't work out in the end, but you got James Tavernier probably going to stay at the club as well. But Rangers team starts straight. They've got a really tough Champions League qualifier, but those fixtures are intriguing.
Trafford for £60 million, snubbing Spurs Thomas Frank for The Athletic. Jadon Sancho's £25 million move to Napoli and Andre Onana's potential Aston Villa switch have collapsed, leaving both staying put, says Manchester Evening News. Meanwhile, Liverpool have sealed a £116.5 million deal for Bayer Leverkusen's Florian Wirtz, with his medical set for Friday, per The Independent. United's attack, with Mateus Cunha's £62.5 million deal done, is heating up for 2025-26. X is buzzing at Minutman. Comment, is Mbeumo United's?
People say, oh, he's inherited Jurgen Klopp's squad. I didn't like that. You still got. I don't think anyone had Liverpool to win the league.